Hi gamers.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the scuffed first ever Stock Talk Sunday. Don't ask me to stand up because I'm not going to. I've got the god Bitter Galaxy with me here. He's going to show you guys how to make a shitload of money. I'm here to answer stupid questions that you guys have. Yo, Mike the Gay, thank you for the 19 months of Prime. Speaking of Twitch Prime, it is a free subscription that you get each month to your favorite streamer or myself, chat. All you need to do is link up your Twitch account to somebody's fucking Amazon Prime account. I guarantee you know somebody that has one. Ask around. You weren't expecting the suits, neither was I. But here we are.
I wasn't either.
It just happened.
It just happened.
You gotta look the part, man.
Go with the flow.
It's just kind of how it is. Yeah. But we're gonna be doing a brunch stream. We'll be cooking food, having some mimosas and shit, perhaps. Some orange juice, and then we'll be talking about stonks. We'll be teaching you guys the way of making money without doing a single thing. It's kind of cool. You just put money in an account, you pick some companies.
You do your research and you wait. And then it turns into more money. So I guess we'll start off to what is the stock market. I guess that would be a good starting point. So essentially what it is a bunch of publicly traded companies where anyone that is above the age of 18 or your parents can put money into and buy those individual shares, and each share represents a portion of that company. So when you buy one share of Apple stock, you are literally buying a portion of that company, and it's technically a tiny portion, but as the company grows, the share value grows, which means your money is growing. So essentially you buy into the company at a lower price, the company grows, becomes bigger, your one share is now worth much more later.
So basically what we're looking at here, Galaxy's doing a bit of a public project where he is growing a Webull from
zero, nothing, essentially, all the way to 100,000, making small incremental additions or deposits into the account. So we started with zero. I put in $250 initially, and then over the course of the past 4 months, I've been putting in $100, $200, $500 to a total of about $1,550 over the course of 4 months now. So what is that like?
Yeah, it's like a little less than $300 a month.
Yeah, $300 a month, which is a car payment. So instead of doing a car payment, throw it into an account.
Up volume?
So yeah, for $300 a month, essentially putting into the account, you can grow that account over time. Money just compounds over time. It's kind of incredible.
Yeah, so one of the things that you guys could have seen from that last picture is Galaxy actually started with this account in October. So this first screenshot is showing his growth from October 17th to October 21st, which is a really, really short term, there are some people that are making trades every single day, but for the most part, you're going to have people like myself and Galaxy who are buying stocks and holding them long term, and we're looking to see the growth. So that first screenshot was from October when he initially started. And then with his deposits since October, so, 3.5 months, he's up to almost $2,000 in that account. So really what it is it's just these small deposits, and you guys, I'm sure, have heard from everybody that is a teacher in a public school system or your parents, the stock market's risky, you can lose all of your money. I mean, we'll show you right here. This graph is going down. This is representing some lost money. Mm-hmm. But the thing with the stock market is there's always an opportunity to make money somewhere. So moving forward onto AMD, I mean, this is a really popular stock. Most of you guys are running Ryzen processors or some form of AMD hardware. And this is something that, Intel was always beating them out. And then there was an AMD surge. AMD started to get better for streaming and people doubted it. And honestly, people are still behind on this. AMD is the multitasking processor right now, and it's just the mass marketability. Like, brand loyalty is a really big thing, and you've had these people who have been building PCs since, since the early 2000s, and that's where a good majority of PC builders are at right now. And so many of them have been acquainted with Intel for so long that they're really going to stick with that. So AMD is something that I've personally bought into.
Same.
With COVID and quarantine kind of exploded like everything in the tech industry. So there is always that chance, if COVID does at some point settle down, the tech industry could flatten out a bit as we get back to something more realistic, or the world's going to kind of adapt to this remote lifestyle and this, oh shit, we don't have to go to work when we're sick and we can do this stuff at home. And there is inherent risk in the stock market, but if you acknowledge that and you diversify enough so you're in the tech industry but also in some sustainable industries that are proven and consistent, you're eliminating a lot of that early on risk.
Which, if you're looking to get in but you don't want to pick individual stocks, I would highly recommend getting into ETFs such as Vanguard's. So this is Vanguard's index fund. So basically, for the S&P 500, it tracks the market. And this is the big part about investing that's super easy, is you can buy this one stock and you are invested in the entire market. Because they track, or you're invested in the S&P 500 essentially, which is the 500 largest companies in the US. And over the course of history, you can see this account's different. But if you look at the S&P 500, it averages about 8% return annually over the course of time. How much is Amazon right now? I think they're at
$32.92.
$32.92, yeah.
So yeah, if we check Amazon stock, go to
A
January
share.
24th, 2010. Let's try to find as close as we can to that. Scoot to the right. The 29th, it was 125. So 11 years ago on this day, you're buying one share of this for $125. So if you had, let's do some stonks here, some stonk math.
5 minutes later.
Different calculator for that.
Bruh.
You just need a regular one. 125.
Yep. So say you were able to purchase 10 stonks. $12.50 initial deposit, right? So those 10 stonks now, if we go back to Amazon and look at their current price of $32.90.
Your $1,250 would be worth $33,000.
So over the course of 11 years, and that is with a one-time initial deposit of $1,250. If I told any person over 18 that in 10 years I would give them 30 grand if they saved up $1,200, they would have that saved up in about 2 months. So if you guys really want to look at this, you can look at your budget and say, where am I spending $1,200? Whether that's going out to eat twice a week over the course of, 6 months, whether that's, going out and buying a new pair of shoes here that you don't need, or, a skin here in Fortnite that you're not going to use, because a lot of us do that shit. Think about putting that money aside into one of those, even if it's just into an account to hold for now. But see how fast that you can save that $1,250 and see how quickly you could initially get that deposit.
So what this is showing right now is if you put in $50 a month at just a simple 8% return, which is average across the entire market, not picking any stocks, starting with zero, in 10 years you're going to have $9,000. That's only at 8% though. If you change that 8 to 25, you're now at 26,000. And you can see how that would increase over time. And if you change that 10 years to 50, that's $50 a month. That's
So This is if you can manage a 25% return for 50 years, which is very, very unlikely. Through my first chunk of investing, I'm at about a 50% increase right now, and that's very heavily due to capitalizing on the tech industry and the LiDAR industry right now.
But if you change that 50 to 300.
So say you get 2 paychecks a month, each paycheck is, around $800. You take $150 out of each paycheck, you're still sitting on $650 each paycheck. That's $1,300 a month. Most people could live off of $1,300 a month, especially if you're a young person. I mean, I live off about that now. Shit. And I drive a new car, live in a place that doesn't fall apart, and it's nice. So this is a very achievable amount of money for most people as long as you're budgeting properly. So the number one rule that Galaxy and I and most investors will adhere to with investing is that you never want to take money that is actually a part of your core budget. You only want to use expendable income. So what this is saying is like, yes, I would like to be able to dump at least $300 a month into stocks. But say I'm waiting tables and I have a really slow month at work and I'm behind on my car payment. I'm not dumping that $300 in if I don't have the car payment first and those important bills first. And a lot of people get so hooked onto this idea of I need to keep dumping this money in. Like, you can let that money sit for a little bit and that's still going to passively grow over time. There's nothing saying you have to hit a monthly deposit every single month. So this is all like play money. This is stuff that, Galaxy and I would be using on little PC upgrades or LEDs behind me or, shoes or just some basic stuff like that. Instead of doing that, we put that into a separate account, and in 10 years, we're going to buy 100 pairs of shoes with it.
Yeah, exactly. But saving what you can and investing as much as you can when you're young, because you have time on your hands. I mean, 10 years, if you started at 18, you're 28. Like, when you think about you're 28, that you're so young. I mean, that's literally a year and a half for me from now.
Yeah, so, and for you younger guys out there, it may seem like a really, far off thing. Like, some of you guys are 14 hearing about shit when you're 28 and you're like, I'm never going to get that old. Bro, I thought the same thing, and it happens fast. So you have to think, the life expectancy in America right now is like 70-something, man. What you've experienced is like 1/7 of an average total life. That's literally a negligible amount. So like what you're looking forward to here, if you're actually gaining knowledge off of this is going to set you so far ahead of everyone else, because those first few years are so vital to where, basically if you look at the average age that people start investing, it's not 18. It's not right next to 18. So anything that you're getting in that range of 18 to the average age that people start investing is literally just a leg up on these people. My initial investment in my account was $700. Galaxy started his Webull with $200. Like, this is something that we did. I'm 24 currently. I was not investing when I was 18. So if you guys had been investing when you were 18, you save up $700 over the course of 3 months, dump that into an account, you have everything that I have before you're even my age. So then you're just compounding on that, and you're getting into this big money figure. All right, Zoomers, lurking boomers, and anyone else that showed up, I'm going to be making a channel in the Discord that's specifically for Stock Talk questions. You can post any questions that you have that's related to Stock Talk. We'll go through at the start of each week, and we'll just do a Q&A segment to start the stream. But I appreciate you guys all coming out. Get some questions ready for us for next week. Post them in the Discord, wherever. I'll have that channel up for you guys soon. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Galaxy appreciates you guys hanging out. He said it himself.
Thanks
I heard
for having
him.
me, guys. Always a pleasure.
Stock Talk Sunday will catch you guys next Sunday. Yeah, maybe we'll have food that time. I don't know. Bye.